Good morning, everyone. I am back with another information session. Today, we are going to discuss about supply chain, and the topic for today, which I will be discussing in details, will be supply chain is for everyone. And I just wanted to reduce or to remove that myth that this is only for the commercial entities. And we are going to discuss and we are going to see with our eyes how, and I'm going to prove this that how it is applicable to everyone individually and as a family man also, how I can be a supply chain manager and why it is related and relevant to me. So let's start the session today. So today we are going to discuss something about why we are here, why we are doing this information session, and a little bit introduction about supply chain, how the word prefers to explain it, and what are the various myths, and why I am saying supply chain is for me or for everyone. And then we will discuss some of the things related to the supply chain cycles just to prove my theory itself. So let's start with a short introduction. Today we are going to discuss, and I am focusing my attention, and I want your attention to be on the supply chain and its components. And I want to remove that common myth that this supply chain is only applicable to a purchasing department or it's a purchasing activity, and I have nothing to do with that. So we are going to discuss a lot of things about this one, and I want to clarify your doubts about that. And I want to present supply chain as a career prospects for everyone who wants to see their career grow pre, post, or any sort of aftershock effect of the pandemic also. So it is going to be my topic for today. So let's discuss and let's start the journey. So if you see in the market or on the website, if you see, there will be like three different things which are defining the supply chain. Somebody will say it's a network of individuals, organizations, resources, activities, technologies which are involved in creation and sale of a product. Or a supply chain is a connected system of organization, activities, information, and resources designed to source, produce, move goods from origination to a final destination, a sequence of processes involved in production and distribution of a commodity. So, if you see, I have like gone through three different definitions. What does that really add value to you? Do you really think that you understand what is supply chain? So, that's the myth. Nobody wants a common man to understand that supply chain is not only about this. So, let's see why I am saying that. So let's see if I have to introduce to you that this supply chain will be something is a simple process that add values, and it is only something which is used to satisfy the requirement of an end user or a customer or somebody who has approached you, please provide me these things. So this is as simple as that. So the supply chain only has few actors. One is the demand creator, one there will be end user, and in between there will be some actions, some processes, some things which will be doing to procure that thing and to make that source person or the demand creator or fulfill his demand by taking it from the people who are making it and joining it together to the end user. That's all is supply chain. So let's ask something about the myths, the common myths which in the market, is that supply chain is a simple process or a complex process. It has been presented in a difficult or a complicated way. It is only associated with the purchasing activities. It's good knowledge for the people who are working in commercial department. These are very difficult sort of things, and I cannot do that, and requires a high level of knowledge. Is practice. But I want to tell you one thing, that if you see from my perspective and my classes, the supply chain is being practiced by everyone every single day, but we don't really realize it. So let's see why I'm saying this. That supply chain is for everyone, and we are executing supply chain cycle every day. And I know you guys will be confused. So let's start with the cycle. Let us ask ourselves some questions before I go into my slides. Do we hire a professional to do grocery? Have we got any training on buying clothes for ourselves and our family? Is there any training for going to buy kids the toys or if there is also a demand from your kids that I want this type of toy. So do you really go undergo a training program? Is there any diploma to find the items which are needed and where the cheaper products will be available? If you want to buy a TV or laptop, do I hire a professional to do that? So we at ourselves, from our angle, are a supply chain manager, but we don't realize it. And the last one, the housewife, if she is cooking a favorite meal, she doesn't ask a cook or a restaurant expert from where to find these ingredients and how these ingredients will be mixed together. So at the end of the day, we all as a family members are a supply chain professionals, and this is by birth. We don't have to be trained on this one. And the reason I am saying is that let's start with our homes. Who our demand and need creators? This is our family. So once the family creates a demand, whom they go into, they approach the person who is in charge of the house. It can be your father, it can be a brother, it can be the old man or the grandfather, whoever is the in charge of the money, or whoever has the cash or carries the ATM card is the owner of the house, and this demand goes to the owner. Now the owner needs to decide what he want to buy and from where he can buy it. For example, if he wants to go for grocery, he has options like Carrefour. He wants to go for clothes, he knows Max. He wants to buy something very expensive also, so he knows which other product. Pierre Garden, he can go to any other Zara and all these brands. And if he wants to go for outing, he knows the malls, or if he wants to go for dinner, he knows the places where he needs to go. But all those things he will be doing based on the price, the value for money, and how urgent it is for this one. So the father himself is a purchasing manager, but at the end of the day, he's the supply chain manager also. He goes, he decides, and then he asks for the logistics, whether online we will go by ourselves, or we go for self pickup, or we ask a courier to deliver. So that is part of logistics. He also take care of this one. So it can be anything, and then this he fulfills the demand of his family. So now, if you guys ask us how many times during the day all of us undergoes this cycle. So if we don't term it as a supply chain cycle, so what else it is? It is simple a supply chain cycle, and every day, every single individual is trying to fulfill the demand of the people by sourcing certain products because he knows where to buy it. He carries out his analysis based on the price, the value of money, where he can find this thing at a cheaper price, how much budget he has, how much is the urgency. So this is how I say that every person in this world is a supply chain professional. He carries out, he fulfills the demand, he finds the source of the product to fulfill the demand of his family. So he every day, without even understanding, is carrying out this cycle on day-to-day basis. But he doesn't name it as a supply chain cycle. He simply says, okay, I am buying the products. But this is actually what is happening in a supply chain cycle in an organization also, but we don't realize it. So we do every day and play the role of supply chain professional, but don't realize it. So I am a supply chain guru by birth, so I don't have to be trained on this. Okay, so let us look at one of the activities which people usually say like HR activities has nothing to do with supply chain. But again, if you see, there is a user department who wants to hire a person. So he's the demand creator. He goes to HR manager and tells, like, I want a person for my department, and the HR manager will see whether he can fulfill the demand through local recruit, or he can have a foreign recruitment outsourced, or he can have ask for a walk-in interview, and he will be deciding this thing based on his budget, his skills required for the user department, the competency qualification, and how urgent is the requirement. Because if there is an urgent requirement to the foreign recruit, that person has to be laid off from his previous company, or will resign, he will carry out some of the things, then he has to fulfill the logistic requirements. So there is a lead time for a foreign recruit to joining the company. So definitely he has that urgency. He will see how sooner he can fulfill the demand of the person, and then you shut out the advertisement and see that we are hiring, and there is a selection process, onboarding process, and ultimately we welcome that guy to the department and give it to the user department. So if you ask yourself, even if you are in HR activities and HR professional and you think that supply chain is not relevant to you and this field, or I cannot develop this competency, it is too high, too complicated. So this is the answer to your question, that this is very much simple. Every department is doing this role on a daily basis in with respect to the human resource management, with respect to managing the talent of the human resource and everything. You go into the market as an HR manager and find the appropriate resource for yourself or for your company. So this is what I call it is a true supply chain cycle, even though we are talking about human resource department. So we saw HR process is also a supply chain process, but we don't realize it. So HR can be a supply chain guru also. Okay, let's see some finance activities. When I talk about finance, the chartered accountants and the people who are financial auditors or who are in the finance will say, what supply chain has to do with me? But if you see from the management point of view, the purchasing department, the payroll, the supplier payments, all these things, all the user department will be looking their eyes will be on the finance department to give them the money. So they are the demand, they need cash, they need to pay people for their services. Now the HR people, the finance people, the finance manager are the funding people. So they will see how much budget they have, how much is the requirement, what is the time flow, how is their cash flow, how they can schedule and meet the demand of the management, purchasing department, payroll department, supplier payment. So they will go through this and they will see from where they can get the cash via their internal sources, by banking instruments, or by sales and revenue which has been generated by the business. So this will end up in getting the payroll, the suppliers getting their payment for the invoices, and you do something else with respect to the banking instruments. So you just see the management gets his money. So all these things, even if we are sitting in the finance department, what we are executing is fulfilling the demand of the user departments or of the manager and of the management itself. They need cash to run their businesses. So we saw finance is also a supply chain process, but we don't realize it. So finance can also study the supply chain and make its process more efficient. So let us see what are the career prospects now, because as we have discussed before, it is not only applicable to the people who are working in the logistics or who are working in the supply chain. It is as good career prospects for the people who are in HR, who are in finance, who are in a hospitality department, and wherever there is a purchasing happening. Or even though if it is not useful for you as an organization, if you are starting your own business, if you have a knowledge of these processes, it can be really helpful. So that's why we always say the supply chain professional will always be in demand, for a simple reason, because it's a backbone of the company. And if you have good and cost-effective sourcing and logistics arrangement, definitely you will get to sell your products or services at a price which your competitors cannot afford. So definitely it's going to be an average. It is going to be a sustainable job prospects, because the source, you will be the ultimate link between the sourcing party or the producers with respect to the end users. So it is going to have a sustainable job prospects. It is the backbone of the organization, and people with the supply chain knowledge can reach to the management level also, and become a CEO. Even though if you don't become a CEO, you can become the startup of your own business. You can be a startup business, and it's a very good career path. And if we see the salaries comparison within UAE for the time of pandemic, we have seen a good rise in the salary of the people with different domains, with different experience patterns. So it is a good career prospects, and this is not I am saying. It is a saying by it has been listed in one of the websites that the supply chain managers are getting a good salary prospects, and there is a hike in the salary only because of the reason that they were able to save some cost or add value to their business. So what are the certification paths available? Now people become a little bit of confused when we talk about the certifications, but there are certifications which are listed down here. You can start with the foundation level, which is a supply chain foundation, and which is given by Akonta. So Akonta is a very good name and it's a emerging market. And they are having 3 levels. You can start with the foundation if you see that you are not know much about the supply chain. So you can start with foundation, then become a practitioner and the advanced practitioner, or you can go for the Apex, which is the certified supply chain professional certification, or the certified in production and inventory management. So both are available from Apex. Or if you really want to have an ISO career path, so you can have 28001, which is basically dealing with the security management system for supply chain. And the reason it is security management for supply chain, because lots and logistics and geopolitical reasons are there where you can the logistics can be delayed and all these things. So we need to secure the things. And the good example nowadays during the pandemic time is that when UK and France decided to close their borders, so you can see trucks on both sides. Now UK also needs some medicines to come in, and France also needs some things to be shifted to their end. So these kind of restrictions actually can hamper your whole supply chain cycle. So these are kinds of the things that are being taught in this kind of certifications also. So it is a good career prospects, and the course facilitator itself can be can teach you a lot of aspects. And what Delphi has to offer, we offer you learning and knowledge. We are flexible. We not only impart the education, we give career guidance also. We provide you hands-on training on ERP system, just how the demand is listed by the user department, how it flows through the system, and how you end up in having a purchase order or getting the goods received at your warehouses. We offer career progression through knowledge upgrades, and the whole aim for Delphi is to make you industry ready. And if you are interested in joining our journey, it is the numbers are listed, and you can call us on any of the numbers, or email, or mobile, or you can visit our website, call on the landline, you can visit our office if you're interested in joining one of the supply chain courses, and we will be the most happiest person to help you. Thank you for